Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I am going to show you how we can insert a new row or new column in Pandas data frame. Okay, to add new rows, obviously what we have is we have LOC method, and if we pass the index, meaning the last row index, we will be able to add new row. And if you want to add multiple rows, what we can do is we can use the concat method. So we will see how we can do this, how we can insert new rows to the existing data frame. And after that, we will see how we can add new columns to existing data frame by using bracket notation and by using insert method. So let's say I have this data set as a data frame in my table. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new row. So what I will do, I will say new row is equal to, and you must need a data which is in the form of dictionary. So I will say new roll number is 11 and name is, let's say, K. Okay. So this is what my data set. Small data set, only one row data set I have. So now if I want to add this, I can. If you want to add a single row, you can use LOC method. But if you want to add multiple rows, you cannot use LOC method. So instead, what you need to do is you need to convert this data frame, meaning this dictionary, to the data frame. So we can do that also. We will see both the parts. So now this is my data frame, and here you can say that I have last index as a 9. And if I take the count of all the rows, so last index, meaning the next index is equal to the next or length of data frame we can consider, because this is always index plus 1. So if I use this parameter, so df dot loc, and inside a square bracket, if I pass len of diff, so this return me a 10, and I'm going to pass. So here what we need to pass is we need to pass the index number where we have to add new data. And if I say this is equals to new row, if I run, and if I try to print the data frame, you will be able to see that it has added. Let me run this. Let me run this. And now let me run this. So it has added 11 and K. 11 and K as a new row. It got added. But let's say I would like to add multiple rows. There may be a chances that I may have a couple of more rows. So this is how let's say I have the list of rows. And now if I say K L M and last is O. Right. So let's say I have these many items to add to the dictionary, meaning to this data frame. So in one go, by using this method, I'm not able to add. Okay, so it will give us this kind of result, and this is inappropriate result. So it has added, but only one row. So 11K, 11K, 11K is getting added a couple of times. This is what I don't want, right? And if I run this, even okay. So it has added the items, but in this way. So it has added row value as a tuple, meaning the multiple value. This is what I don't want. So what we can do is, instead of using LOC, we can use concat method. But how to use the concat method? So if you want to use the concat method, so you must need one more data frame, and which shows us the dictionary in the form of, meaning we have to consider this dictionary as a data frame. Okay, so now I have df as a data frame, df1 as a data frame, and now I can append this. Okay, meaning I can perform the append operation with the help of concat method. So how to perform the concat append operation? So if I say df pandas.concat, so concat method is available only in the pandas namespace. It is not available in data frame, so you cannot use. And then you have to pass the number of data frames in the form of either tuple or list, and you will be able to perform the append operation. So here you can see that 1, 2, 3, 11, 12, 3, 4, 5 rows got added from the df2 or df1 to df. Yes, and this is how we can perform, or we can add new rows to the existing data frame. Okay, now let's say I may want to reset this index, since the index is getting repeated from the 0. So I can say directly here to reset underscore index. If I call this method, it will reset the index and it will continue to keep the index updated. Okay, so now my requirement is that, let's say if I make this as a data frame, here I will say df1 and here I will say df2. So if I run this, don't need this, and here if I say df1 and df2, if I run this, okay, now this is what my data frame. So we have seen how we can add a single row, how we can add multiple rows to the data frame. Now we will see how we can insert a column. Let's say you may want to insert a column at a specific position, so you will be able to perform that, but by using only insert method. So if I open this, so first parameter, it asks for the location, and obviously you need to pass minimum these three things. So location is equals to, you have to pass the position at what index. So column indexes are there. So this index is sitting at 0, this index is sitting at 1. This roll number is sitting at 1 index, name is sitting at 2 index, and I'm just passing this. Okay, so here I will say I would like to pass, or let me remove this tentatively. If I run this, so if I use reset index method, so one thing I can say here, drop is equal to true. So what will happen is, so it will not maintain the original indexes. It will, so here you can see that index column is there. This was already original index, and then we, after reset, this index has been created. So it is not going to maintain those. So that's why I used drop is equal to true. It has removed the index column which is maintained by the data frame automatically. Now, let's say I wanted to insert a specific column, or I would like to convert this roll number to 3 digits. So what I can do, I can perform that kind of operations by using the insert. Okay, so how we can do that? Okay, so if I say df dot insert, insert is a method that we have to use. If I say location is equal to, so index, this will not be considered as a column. So here, this is the first column. Okay, so I will say at first position I would like to insert. Insert meaning this is at 0th position. Then after the 0th, it will add new column. But what will be the name of column? So I will say column is equal to modified name, or modified roll number, or roll number, right? So this is how I'm going to perform the operation. Very simple task I am going to perform. Then values. So value is equal to, so next parameter is value. So obviously, once you specify the column name, column location, obviously you need to say something value. And if I run this, And if I try to print the df, you will be able to say that it has added a new column, modified roll number, but value I kept as a x. And what is my expectation is I would like to add the value. Okay, I would like to add the value 100 plus df of roll number. Okay. So I'm going to convert my, okay. So cannot insert modified roll number already exists. So we are going to insert this operation 2 times. Okay, let me run this again. And now if I run this, so that added column we will lose. And now if I rerun again, so it will not throw error. And if I run again, so it has converted, meaning it has added 100 everywhere. Right. So this is how it works. We can add the new column at specific position. If I say I would like to add this column at a 0th position, let me run this, run once again, and run once again. So it will add that column at the first position. So this is how it works. By adding a column using insert method in the data frame. So here, whatever the logic you want, you can build those logic. If you want to insert the static value, you will be able to insert static value. You will, if you want to insert the value from a specific condition and all, so you can use if else here. So whatever the Python expression you want to use, you can use. So here I will use I for I in a range of 1000 to, okay, I for in a range of 1000. So it will start from, but I don't want to go for those many. So from 1000 is my starting point, and then 1000 plus len of data frame. So these many number of rows I would like to add. If I run this, if number of rows are not matching, it will throw error. Okay, let me reset this. If I run this and if I run this, so you will be able to see that it has started my number from, so it's completely depends how you build the logic, how you put the expression here. Accordingly, it will behave. But in my case now, my roll numbers are starting from this one. If I say it should start from 1001, so I can keep the expression. If I modify the expression, existing data frame, and if I run this, so you will be able to see that it has started from the 1001. Right? So this is how I can insert a new column in data frame, and I can insert a new row in Pandas data frame very easily. I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day.